Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something pretty universal for English learners, really learning and actually remembering new vocabulary.
Yeah, it's more than just knowing the meaning, isn't it? It's about having that word ready right when you need it.
Exactly, so you don't freeze up mid-conversation.
Mm-hmm. Searching for that perfect word you know you learned.
We've all been there. You study, maybe make flashcards, feel like you've got it down.
But then you're talking and it's just blank. Gone.
So frustrating. You
Yeah.
know it's in there somewhere, but you just can't pull it out.
And that's the gap, right? The jump from just recognizing a word on a page to actually using it smoothly and naturally in speech. That's the real target.
Yeah, that's what we want to help you bridge today. So we're not just going to talk about the problem. We've got four really powerful techniques, expert-backed stuff.
Right. These go way beyond just staring at word lists. These are strategies to make new words actually stick.
So you can use them when it counts.
We want to help you break that learn-forget cycle. Build a vocabulary that you can actually rely on, feel confident using.
Basically, make those boring old word lists obsolete for you.
That's the plan. Let's make vocabulary learning something active, something that works.
Okay, let's dive deep into these strategies. Get ready. This could really change how you approach learning. So what's the first big idea?
Okay, technique number 1. It's a shift in focus, really. Stop trying to learn single words all by themselves.
Like just words definition.
Exactly. Instead, learn words within full phrases. Context is everything here.
Okay, explain that. Why phrases?
Well, think about the word fast. You learn it means high speed. Fine.
Okay.
But if you learn as fast as possible, suddenly you have a whole chunk you can use immediately. You know how it works.
Right. It's like a ready-made piece you can plug into a sentence, not just a definition floating around like, I need that report as fast as possible.
Precisely. Learning just fast is like having one Lego brick. Learning as fast as possible is like having a few bricks already clicked together. You see the pattern.
Makes sense. You see how it fits grammatically, the words it hangs out with.
Yeah. Or take help. Instead of just learning help, learn, can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Or maybe I need some help with my homework. These are complete thoughts, things you'll actually say.
Okay. So when you need it, the whole phrase is there, ready to go.
Yeah.
You're not trying to build it from scratch using individual words.
Exactly. It just flows much more naturally. And don't stop at just one phrase either.
Oh.
Try to learn a word in a few different common phrases. Take excited.
Okay, excited.
You could learn, I'm excited about the trip. Or she was excited to meet her new friends, and maybe the kids were really excited to go to the zoo.
I see. So you see how it connects with different prepositions, different situations, about to meet, to go.
Right. You get a feel for its versatility, how it behaves in different sentences. For you, the learner, that means you'll know how to use excited more flexibly, more naturally.
It's kind of like how kids learn, isn't it? They pick up whole chunks of language first.
Exactly. They don't start with grammar rules and single words. They hear phrases, sentences, and figure it out from there. It's a more intuitive way to learn.
So the practical takeaway here is, next time you find a new word,
don't just write the word in the definition. Write down the whole phrase or sentence you found it in.
So if you see important,
don't just write important, significant, right? It's important to be on time, or whatever the sentence was.
Got it. Note the whole context. That sounds doable and probably way more useful.
It really is. Trust us on this one. Okay, ready for technique number 2?
Lay it on me.
This one taps into the power of your own mind, your own life. Connect new words to your personal experiences.
Personal connection. Okay, like making it relevant to me.
Exactly. It's like adding, I don't know, memory glue. Let's try a quick exercise. Think of the word delicious.
Delicious. Okay.
Now, don't just think about the definition. Picture your absolute favorite food. Really see it, smell it.
Okay, got it. My grandmother's lasagna.
Perfect. Now make a sentence connecting that specific food to delicious. Say it, even if just in your head.
My grandmother's lasagna is absolutely delicious.
See, doesn't that feel different?
Right.
More real? You've linked the word to a memory, an emotion, a taste.
Yeah, it does actually. It's not just an abstract word anymore. It's tied to something concrete and yummy.
That's the power. It creates a much stickier memory trace in your brain. Multisensory emotional connection.
Okay, so not just for food, presumably.
Not at all. It works for emotions, too. Take nervous.
Nervous. Okay, felt that one before.
Right. Think of a specific time, a job interview, a test, giving a speech. Really recall that feeling.
That big presentation last month, palms were sweaty.
Perfect. Now, form a sentence linking that specific memory.
Yeah.
I was really nervous before my presentation last month.
I was so nervous before that presentation, I thought I'd forget everything.
Yeah, okay. That emotional hook, that intensity, makes the word much harder to forget. It's rooted in your own experience.
It makes you think. The words you already know really well, the ones you never forget, they're usually tied to your interests, right?
Exactly. Your hobbies, your job, your favorite things. You rarely forget words like dribble if you love basketball, or palette if you're into painting.
Because they're relevant. You use them, think about them, encounter them in your daily life.
Precisely. It's this constant reinforcement loop through relevance.
So here's a little challenge for you listening right now. Think of, say, 3 new English words you learned recently.
Go on, take a second.
Got them. Now, for each one, quickly create a personal sentence. Link it to your life, your feelings, your plans.
Just doing that small exercise right now will make a difference in remembering them later. Try it.
Okay, moving on. Technique number 3.
This one is super practical. Use the new word immediately, or at least very soon after you learn it.
The use it or lose it principle.
Pretty much. It's amazing how fast our brains discard information we don't seem to need or use.
Yeah, that trap is so common. You learn a word, you understand it, maybe even do the personal connection thing.
But then you just file it away, and it fades.
It's like learning a dance move,
Yeah.
right? You can watch the video, understand the steps.
But until you actually try the move, get up and do it, it's not really yours. It won't stick.
Passive understanding versus active application.
That's it exactly. The act of using the word, saying it, writing it, that signals to your brain, hey, this is important, keep this one.
Let's take a simple word like amazing. You learn it, maybe think of an amazing sunset.
But unless you then say, that sunset was amazing, or write it down, or text a friend, just saw an amazing movie.
It's less likely to pop into your head when you actually want to describe something amazing later on.
Right. That immediate use helps move it from your passive vocabulary words you recognize into your active vocabulary words you can actually produce yourself.
Okay, so another mini exercise for everyone listening. Think of one new word you learned recently.
Right.
Maybe one from the last exercise.
Got it.
Now just say it out loud right now.
Seriously, do it. If you're somewhere public, just whisper it.
Get your mouth and voice involved.
That physical act engages more parts of your brain. Pronunciation, articulation, it helps solidify it. Sounds small, but it works.
Another great way to practice immediate use is a daily journal, right?
Absolutely. Just write a sentence or two using a new word you learned that day. If you learned motivated.
You could write, I felt really motivated after our chat today. Something like that.
Perfect. It's low pressure, just for you, but it's active use. You're experimenting with the word.
And if journaling isn't your thing?
Talk to yourself seriously. As you go about your day, describe things using new words.
Like, this traffic is tedious, or this coffee is surprisingly robust.
Exactly. Narrate your life a little with your new vocabulary. The more you use the words in everyday context, even just speaking them aloud to yourself, the more natural they'll feel later.
Okay, that's 3 powerful techniques. What's the 4th one?
The 4th technique is about something many learners already do, reading and listening, but doing it actively, with intention.
Okay. So not just having English playing in the background.
Precisely. It's about repeated exposure, yes, but focused exposure. We need to see and hear words in context multiple times.
But the common mistake is just letting it wash over you, right? Like watching a movie, but not really focusing on the language.
Exactly. You finished the movie, maybe enjoyed the plot, but can you recall any new phrases you heard? Often the answer is no. That's passive listening.
So what does active engagement look like?
Okay, for listening, say, watching a show, hear a new word or phrase. Hit pause.
Pause it. Okay.
Repeat the word or phrase out loud. Try to mimic the pronunciation. Then, crucially, try to use it in your own sentence right then and there, even just in your head.
Makes sense. You're interacting with it immediately. And for reading.
Similar idea. See a new word in an article. Don't just look it up and move on.
What should you do?
Write it down. And this is key. Write down the entire sentence where you found it.
Back to context again.
No, it's back to context. It shows you how the word is actually used.
Okay, here's a fun challenge related to this. Next time you watch your favorite English show, pick one new phrase you hear. Just one. Write it down. Understand it. And then making your mission to use that exact phrase in a conversation later that day.
Oh, I like that. So if you hear, like, that sounds great.
Find a chance to say, that sounds great to someone Maybe when they suggest getting pizza.
That act of actively looking for it, capturing it, and then deploying it, that makes it stick. It turns entertainment into active learning.
And for reading, same idea.
Yep. You read, he was exhausted after work. Don't just read it.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud. Then personalize it. Wow, I was exhausted after my workout today. Make it yours.
That repetition and personalization combo again.
It's powerful. So the big takeaway for this fourth technique, switch from passive consumption to active engagement. Mind you, reading and listening for new language and interact with it.
Okay, those are 4 really solid techniques for learning and remembering. But there's more to sounding natural than just having the words, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. That brings us to a really important point. How native speakers actually choose which words to use in different situations.
Right, because you could learn a really fancy word from a book, but it might sound weird if you use it talking to a friend at a cafe.
Exactly. Not all words are created equal in terms of everyday use. We need to think about context, formality.
Yeah, written versus spoken English, formal versus casual. Using the wrong word, even if grammatically correct, can make you sound a bit off.
It can. Native speakers do this constantly, often without even thinking about it. We adjust our language based on who we're talking to, where we are, what we want to achieve.
Okay, let's make this concrete. Imagine you're at work. You had a rough night, didn't sleep well. You need to mention this to your boss. Which sounds better? A, I'm exhausted, I barely slept last night. Or B, dude, I'm dead tired, stayed up all night watching movies.
Well, unless your boss is also your best friend and you have a very casual workplace.
Probably option A.
Definitely option A. It gets the point across you're tired but keeps it professional. Respectful tone.
Option B is just too informal. Dude, dead tired. Fine for friends, but likely inappropriate for your boss.
Right. It's about matching the language to the relationship and the setting.
Okay, another one. Work email. You need help from a colleague. Do you write, could you assist me with this? Or, hey, can you give me a hand?
Again, depends on the relationship and the workplace culture, but generally...
If you assist me, is safer, more formal.
It's more formal, yes. Good for a first contact or a more serious request. Give me a hand is much more casual. Might be fine if you know the colleague well and your office is informal.
So the lesson here for learners is...
When you learn a new word, don't just learn the meaning. Try to get a feel for its level of formality. Where would you actually use this word? Who would you say it to?
Thinking about that extra layer will help you sound more natural, more confident.
Definitely. And speaking of sounding natural, another thing is using the kinds of phrases native speakers actually use, which aren't always the ones emphasized in textbooks.
Yes. Sometimes learners can sound a bit robotic, even with perfect grammar.
It happens, because maybe they're using slightly stiff or overly formal phrasing that native speakers would usually simplify in conversation.
So let's do a quick game. Textbook versus natural. I'll give a textbook-style sentence.
And I'll give a more common, everyday alternative.
Exactly. Ready. Textbook. I did not understand what you said. Could you repeat that?
Okay, way too formal for most situations. A native speaker would more likely say, sorry, what was that? Or maybe, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?
Much shorter. More direct. Okay, next. Textbook. This is very delicious.
Again, grammatically fine, but we just don't say very delicious that often. More common would be, this is amazing, or wow, this tastes great, or simply, this is really good.
More expressive, more common. Got it. Last one. Textbook. I am feeling very tired today.
A bit formal, we'd probably just say, I'm exhausted, or man, I'm so tired today, or even just, I'm really tired.
Simpler, more direct again.
Often, yeah. The lesson is, don't feel you need to use the most complex or correct sounding phrase. Listen to how native speakers actually talk. Often, simpler is better, more natural.
Focus on those commonly used phrases.
Absolutely. And one more thing that adds to that natural sound. Filler words.
The ums and uffs, but also things like and you know.
Exactly. Well, I mean, they're not mistakes. They actually help speech sound more relaxed, more spontaneous.
Right. If someone asks, how was the movie? A textbook might say, the movie was interesting.
But a native speaker might respond, oh, it was, like, really good. I mean, the ending was kind of surprising, you know?
Those little fillers, they don't change the basic message.
Nope. The movie was good, surprising end, but they soften it, make it sound less like a prepared statement. Gives you a microsecond to think, too.
Of course, you don't want to overdo it. Too many likes can be distracting.
True. Moderation is key, but not using them at all can sometimes contribute to sounding a bit stiff.
So how can listeners get a feel for using them?
Well, notice their function. Well often starts an answer when you're thinking, can check for understanding or agreement. Often clarifies or explains something further.
So listen for them in conversation.
Yes, actively listen to how native speakers use them naturally. Then maybe try sprinkling a few into your own speech where it feels appropriate. It's a subtle tweak that can make a big difference in sounding more natural.
Okay, fantastic advice. Now it's time to put this all into action. Your day 2 challenge.
Yes, this is where you take these ideas off the screen or out of your earbuds and into your real life. Don't just nod along.
We want you to actually do something with this. That's how it sticks.
Exactly. So here's the challenge for today. 3 simple steps.
Step 1.
Pick 3. 3 new words or phrases from everything we've talked about today, something that resonated with you, something you think you could actually use.
Okay, choose 3 targets. Step 2.
Make that personal connection we talked about. For each of your 3 words phrases, create a link. A memory, a feeling, a sentence about your life, or just plan how you'd use it.
Like if you chose exhausted, maybe your sentence is, I was exhausted after my final exam.
Perfect. Or for excited, maybe I'm excited about my trip next week.
Or for a phrase like, that sounds great. Just think of when you could use it, when a friend suggests meeting up.
Exactly. Personalize them. Make them relevant.
And the crucial step 3.
Use them today. Say them out loud. Write them in your journal. Send a text. Or
Leave a comment right here. Tell us your 3 words or phrases.
yes, we'd love to see them. Share your 3 words phrases, the personal sentence you made for each, and maybe one way you plan to practice them today or tomorrow.
That accountability helps too. And if you're feeling really ambitious,
The advanced challenge. Try to use each of your 3 chosen words or phrases at least 3 times today.
3 times each, wow.
Yeah. Text it, say it in a conversation, mutter it to yourself while making coffee, whatever it takes. That repetition really cements it in your active vocabulary.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the big takeaways from today's deep dive.
Right. Number 1, learn phrases, not just single words. Context is king.
2, connect new words to your personal life, your experiences, your emotions. Makes them stickier.
3, use new words immediately. Use it or lose it.
And 4, read and listen actively, not passively. Engage with the language. Mine it for gold.
And beyond those techniques, remember to pay attention to real spoken English.
Yeah, think about formality. Use common collocations. Don't be afraid of natural filler words. It all helps you sound less like a textbook and more like, well, you.
Absolutely. Now, looking ahead, if you sometimes feel like English speakers talk way too fast,
Which is, let's be honest, a really common feeling.
then you definitely don't want to miss our next deep dive.
That's right. Next time, we're focusing entirely on improving your listening skills. We'll get into why speakers sound so fast, how to train your ear to catch the important stuff, and practical techniques for understanding real-world, fast-paced conversations.
It's going to be incredibly useful, so make sure you're subscribed or following so you don't miss out when it drops.
Definitely. And remember, learning the words, learning these techniques, that's the first step. But the magic really happens when you use them.
That's when they become truly yours. So please, take on today's challenge. Start practicing. You might surprise yourself how quickly you see results.
Let us know how it goes in the comments. We really want to hear from you.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and try to enjoy the process. Learning a language is a journey.
Absolutely. Bye for now, and keep up the amazing work.